Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nazatul Syazwina binti Nazri, and I will present my topic on food toxicology about food additive BHT and BHA. First, for introduction. Food toxicology is the study of nature, properties, effect, detection of toxic substances in food, and the disease that manifestation in human. One of the essential concepts of toxicology is that the dose determines the toxicity. As pointed by Paracelsus, all substances are poisons. There is none which is not poisons. The right dose differentiates the poison from a remedy. It stated that there is no substances that exist that truly safe or free of injurious effect under all conditions of exposure. Food additives are substances or mixtures of substances beside the basic food components that added in food in a controlled amount, where it usually added during production, processing, packaging, and storage. There are two categories of food additive: intentional additive that intentionally added to perform specific functions, and incidental additive that present in the final food process, which occur during the phase productions. Antioxidant is one of the food additives that used to prevent undesirable food deteriorations that can cause change in colors or flavors of food due to the presence of oxygens. Now, move on to understanding. Butylated hydroazoles or BHA is a synthetic antioxidant that used to prevent rancidification of fats in food and as a yeast deforming agent. Butylated hydroxytoluenes or BHT is also used to keep food smells, colors, and taste in check. However, variation of experiment studies has done on the antioxidants in order to confirm the safety use of this additive despite approved by FDA. This is because claims by IARC that these compounds promote carcinogen activities. Reason for this claim is because these compounds are broken down and are absorbed by body, which may cause biological effect that can harmful to some parts of the body and at the same time brings benefits. Some claim that these compound BHA and BHT have some anti-carcinogen activities, where when at high level or at low level dose can develop anti-cancer properties, and some claims the opposite results where it can stimulate tumor-promoting activity, which means cancer. Now, move on to discussions. Toxicology of antioxidants, especially BHA and BHT, has become an issue after an evidence found by a long-term studies that show this compound could produce tumors in animals. Based on the research, when the rodent was given dose up to 12,000 ppm in a diet up to 110 weeks, BHA specifically incited MNNG-emitted squamous cell tumors in the horse stomach, but no effect of MNNG-emitted tumors of the granular stomach or produce adverse effect. While for BHT, body evidence and data from mechanism studies indicate that BHT is not genotoxic or reproducibly carcinogenic, but can still develop spontaneous tumors if fed in a high dose. As for the symptom of having allergic reaction for this compound, in a study of rat species has shown that BHT can cause immediately skin allergies that may be linked to the allergic reaction caused by white blood cells. Furthermore, in a human test also shown that most allergic symptoms caused by this compound is dermatitis, which is well documented but not common. Some indications stated that BHA theoretically can cause nasal allergies and asthma, but proof to support this statement is still needed to uncover. Study by Fisherman and Cohen suggested that when humans were given 200 or 500 ng of BHA and BHT could develop earlobe bleeding time, nasal congestions, and urticaria, although the evidence seems to be doubtful as the positive results due to the random instabilities of these activities and not caused by the reaction of antioxidants or other additives. Studies in Romania has claims that BHA at high dose may cause endocrine disrupting effects in the female and male sex hormone, which will negative effect to the human fertility. Thus, is more research needed. But further study in Romania too has more concrete proof to support these claims that BHT and BHA can cause endocrine disruptive effect. In a conclusion, BHT and BHA rarely can cause allergic reactions or toxicology to humans compared to rodent species. This is because the incidence of tumors in rat is causes at the four stomach areas and other rodents, but does not pose any hazard to human because human species doesn't have any four stomach. It's also because human only exposed to these antioxidants below than 0.1, where it at least below than the dose given to the rodent test. So it indicates that this antioxidant is harmless when used in a specific amount. Furthermore, for the past year, there is no proof that shows stomach cancers among people who consume high intake of BHT and BHA. Now for the question sessions. The first question is, what are the other functions of BHT and BHA besides as a food preservative? These compounds are used in the cosmetic industries that serve as preservative in lipstick and moisturizers that use in a formula comprising fats. Thought BHA are less used nowadays in the cosmetics, but BHT is still present in very different categories products such as lip balm, face care, soap, and others. The second question is why BHT and BHA are banned in Europe. This is because the mixed evidence that stated BHA and BHT promote carcinogen activities and other symptoms. So Europe has classified these compounds as severe restrictions, where a maximum limit is set to 200 mg/kg expressed on the fat content of the product. While for other countries such as US government has stated BHA as a reasonable anticipated to be a human carcinogen. That's all for me. Thank you for listening.